Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a common and sometimes frustrating trouble code, P0507, which means your engine's idle speed is higher than expected. We'll be focusing specifically on how this applies to Buick vehicles. But the principles are pretty similar across many modern cars with electronic throttle control. So, if you've got that check engine light on, and your car feels like it's trying to run a marathon while standing still, you're in the right place. First things first, what exactly does P0507 mean? In simple terms, your car's brain, the engine control module or ECM, is telling you that the engine is idling faster than it should be. The ECM tries to maintain a specific target idle speed, say around 650 to 750 RPM. If it detects the actual RPMs consistently 200 RPM or more above that target for a certain period, it flags the P0507 code and illuminates that dreaded check engine light. You might notice your car lunging forward a bit when you let off the brake, or just hear the engine humming louder than usual at a stoplight. Now, what causes this? The most common culprit is a vacuum leak. Think of your engine as a big air pump. It needs a very specific, measured amount of air to mix with fuel for proper combustion. The throttle body is the main gate for this. A vacuum leak is like a secret, unmonitored backdoor, letting extra air sneak in. This extra air leans out the fuel mixture and, more importantly for this code, it makes the engine speed up. The ECM sees the high RPM and tries to close the throttle plate to slow it down, but because of the leak, it can't bring the speed down to its target. So, where do these pesky vacuum leaks hide? They can be anywhere after the mass airflow sensor. Check all the vacuum hoses for cracks, splits, or loose connections. Pay close attention to the PCV valve and its hose, as they're very common failure points. The intake manifold gaskets are another potential source, as is the gasket for the throttle body itself. Even a loose or improperly seated oil dipstick or oil filler cap can introduce a small vacuum leak. A great way to find them is with a smoke machine. It pumps harmless smoke into the intake system. And wherever you see smoke leaking out, that's your problem. If you've ruled out vacuum leaks, the next thing to inspect is the throttle body itself. Over time, carbon and gunk can build up around the throttle plate, preventing it from closing completely. This small opening can be enough to let extra air in and raise the idle speed. In many cases, a good cleaning with a dedicated throttle body cleaner and a soft brush can solve the problem. Just be careful with electronic throttle badizu. Do you want to force the plate open, manually or spray cleaner directly into the electronics? It's best to spray the cleaner onto a rag and then wipe the bore and plate clean. After cleaning, you might need to perform an idle learn procedure, also known as a throttle reload. This procedure resets the ECM's learned values for the throttle position, allowing it to adapt to the newly cleaned and now fully closing throttle plate. The procedure can vary by Buick model and year, but it often involves a specific sequence of turning the ignition on and off, letting the engine idle for a few minutes, and maybe driving the car under certain conditions. A quick search for your specific Model S, idle relearn procedure, or using a capable scan tool is your best bet here. While less common, other potential causes could be a faulty PCV valve that's stuck open, a malfunctioning electronic throttle body, or even an issue with the ECM itself, though that's rare. Always start with the simplest and most common causes first. Vacuum leaks and a dirty throttle body. These account for the vast majority of P0507 codes. So, to recap, if you get a P0507, start by thoroughly checking for vacuum leaks, using a smoke machine if possible. If no leaks are found, clean your throttle body carefully. And finally, perform an idle relearn procedure. Following these steps will solve this high idle issue most of the time. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope this guide helps you tackle that P0507 code with confidence. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment below with your experience. And don't forget to subscribe for more DIY auto repair tips. We'll see you in the next one.